It happened. The transatlantic Western coalition, which once seemed monolithic, is crumbling before our eyes. And the reason for this is not just a change, of course, but a complete revision of the root ideology of Washington's foreign policy. Yesterday's allies are now tearing the blanket over themselves, while Russia is enjoying the spectacle as a front row spectator. No sooner had Friedrich Merz taken over as head of the CDU than his colleagues began to speak out loudly against sanctions. Michael Kretschmer, the party's deputy chairman, told the Bundestag that sanctions against Russia are outdated, harmful to Germany, and have no meaning, especially since the United States is already in full swing negotiating with Moscow. Kretschmer is not alone. His co-partner Thomas Barrey demanded the restoration of Russian gas imports immediately after the ceasefire in Ukraine. Jan Heinisch in Politico also called for renewed cooperation with Russia. Even Olaf Scholz's associate, Brandenburg state leader Dietmar Woidke, spoke openly about the need to lift the ban on Russian hydrocarbons. The German economy, once the pride of Europe, is now teetering on the brink of recession. Sanctions against Russia have hit key sectors: energy, chemicals, and fertilizers. The PCK Schwedt refinery, formerly owned by Rosneft, is now frantically looking for suppliers in Kazakhstan, and petrol prices have soared to 1.92 euros per liter. Russian gas exports to Europe fell from 206 billion cubic meters in 2021 to 85 billion in 2023. Germany, deprived of Russian energy resources, has found itself in an energy trap. Attempts to replace Russian gas with LNG from the US and Qatar have only exacerbated the situation, especially after the US began bombing Yemen, cutting off key supply routes. Trump has embarrassed Europe by initiating direct talks with the Kremlin. The US, once a role model, is now openly ignoring the EU's interests, turning Europe into a secondary consumption market. While Brussels and London continue to fuel the Ukrainian conflict, Washington is already thinking about the post-war world order. Russia is in the most favorable position in this situation. We have plenty of gas, the economy has adapted to sanctions, and successful operations are underway on the front. We have nowhere to hurry. We can calmly wait for dear Western partners to reach the necessary condition. The transatlantic divorce is in full swing. The US and Europe are at each other's throats, and Russia, as a wise observer, is waiting for everyone to get tired and start negotiating. And, to all appearances, this will happen very soon.